Hey, this is Blake Chastain, and you're listening to Let's Talk About Text. It's a show where Scott Okamoto and I talk with our guests about what we're reading. That's the whole deal. You're up to speed. Here's the show. Scott, we are back.
We are back, and I am so happy to introduce you. Oh, what? Yeah, what?
What's up?
You just have this. Okay, so on our podcast, we have the lady who says, "You are now recording." You guys just have the
No, it just pops you in.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the front door. Chaz, we have to use this technology.
That's the difference between professionalism and
No, they're all problems.
every podcast.
You mean we're the professionals, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
That's right.
I'm sorry.
We could learn something from y'all. So as you can tell, we're talking to podcasters. This is Chaz and Chrissy of the newly named James Dobson's Bastard Children podcast.
Kids.
Bastard Kids podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my bad.
I'm struggling with it too, man. Don't sweat it.
What's the
the
prior name?
Yeah, it used to be called the Excommunication Station, and y'all have been going for a couple of years.
Yeah, over 4 years now.
Awesome.
Yeah. And we'll have links to your show.
Yes.
I'm currently in a battle with Tori Douglas. To be the guest host the most.
Yeah, I think she's in front of you by like one or two.
Is. So I'll be sending y'all some gifts. So
love it.
But so yeah, and so we usually start talking about regional things. So I know Chrissy's in Atlanta, and
Miami,
Florida. Sorry, what was I thinking that? Anyway, I knew that Florida. And Chaz is in Philadelphia, and I have to apologize to Chaz because the Dodgers eliminated the Phillies from the divisional series.
Don't apologize for that.
It's all right. I really wanted to contact you, but I was like, I can't because I might say something I'll regret.
And I didn't want to contact you and like feel like I was rubbing you in because I was really
it was
an emotional series. Yeah,
do it, dude. The Philly teams need to be humbled a little bit.
Okay. So usually we talk about food, but we can talk about regional sports.
Oh yeah, okay. No. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Cubs were eliminated.
The Cubs. I was rooting for the Cubs.
Yeah. So was I.
Yeah, so, my wife was like, all this shit started in the U.S. After the Cubs won the series. So we need them to get another postseason run to break
I was rooting for them.
World Series curse.
Yeah. So Chaz and Chrissy, Blake and I are typically just nice, mild-mannered people, and so we're trying to be edgy and start beefs. So we've been like arguing for like our food offerings of our different cities.
Okay.
Yep. And I mean I did up the ante after Azim. I think you were expecting Azim, who is our guest in the most recent one of our guests in the most recent episodes, to be in your column. And he
my
ended
friend
up in
turned
Chicago's.
on me, and he's from Chicago.
I do the back end publishing, and so I took that and I abused that privilege and put it right in the show title. That Chicago has culinary superiority.
That's fair.
I lived in Chicago for 4 years.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
What part of the city did you live?
It was outside. Well, it was outside, but I worked for Food for Less. I don't know if you know what that is.
Yeah. I'm familiar with those.
Yeah, I was a customer service manager for them.
Oh, nice.
And then I worked at the corporate office part-time because I trained cashiers.
Which direction of the suburb was? I'm from the southwest suburbs. Like, I lived in the city for 15 years, but now, like, during COVID, we relocated to be closer to family, blah, 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 back in the southwest suburbs.
If you go towards Joliet, you would run into us. So, yeah. So that's,
absolutely.
That's where
I'm
I
like
lived.
30 minutes from there.
Yeah.
So. I have family in Wheaton. I'm not exactly sure where that is.
Yeah, that's also like southwest suburbs. It's just you take a train like from downtown for about an hour. closer to more like directly west than southwest. It's farther north than like Naperville and Aurora. Like Naperville's the poster child for like affluent southwestern suburb.
This is a lot of directions, my friend.
Yeah.
This is a lot of directions you're throwing at me. I don't understand.
Yeah, Chrissy and I are from California, so that kind of makes us geographically challenged a little bit.
Yeah.
You can't go further west.
I mean,
but there's mountains. Mountains tell me where I am.
Yeah.
Not here in Florida.
Yeah, for us it's the lake.
Yeah, if
the
you hit
lake
the lake,
is the point of reference for everything. So the reason why I'm saying southwest is because the city is right by the lake, and it's south and west of the lake.
Okay,
that's
I can see that. I can see that. Even me.
So.
Okay, I get that. It's down and left.
Yeah.
Yes, you got it.
California speak. Chaz, can you get a cheesesteak of quality outside of Philadelphia?
No. Well, so I mean, well,
a place in my food court at the mall, it's not the same thing.
No.
What about from the Sonic down the street?
Maybe. So I would say you could probably get it on the East Coast and maybe even in Florida because a lot of transplants come from Philadelphia down there. I did have one in Chicago that was very close, but the people were from Philadelphia. It was a Philadelphia place that was near Clark and Belmont, I believe. My wife and I used to go over there. She's from St. Louis, but I introduced her to Tasty Cake that way. So we got a bunch of Tasty Cakes for her to try. If you guys ever had those before, I've
heard of that.
Yeah, man, I'm at the mail you some, Scott. So they are.
Okay, well, I'll come to Philly.
Amazing.
I want to go to a Phillies game.
Oh man, I would love that if you came out and went to a Phillies game. But I think with the cheesesteak, a lot of it has to do with the bread, and a lot of that has to do with the water. So, there's something with the disgusting water in the Northeast that actually makes amazing bread.
Yeah,
maybe it's the bodies
too.
Yeah,
I've heard that about New York style bagels.
The bagels too. Yep, the bagel.
The water,
the pizza. There's something about the water that really does
It has to have chunks. It has to have.
It really does.
Some grit.
Yeah. You need it feels like you're scratching your teeth and getting the gunk off with it. Yeah, when you're just drinking water.
Funny.
So
because I was gonna say around the corner next, we were just talking about Roscoe's. I used to live around the corner. Next, just a block down from Roscoe's was a Philly cheesesteak place. Mm-hmm. The dude got his bread from Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was good. It died before the pandemic, but I was really bummed when that place closed. But my cholesterol went down.
Yeah, I'm 100% certain that the bread is the most important thing that you have to go with, and then from there the other things kind of fall into place. But the building block is the bread.
So, what other like region represented on this call can hold a candle to a regional sandwich like the cheesesteak?
All right, what you got, Florida?
Chrissy there?
Oh,
I don't know. Chrissy seemed to be dropping off. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I haven't gotten.
Hopefully she'll be back. But let's. Because I mean, like, as far as like sandwiches, things that are like known outside of the region and that sort of thing. I don't know that Chicago has one that is as recognizable as a Philly cheesesteak.
No, I don't think so. Like from the time I was living there. Yeah, hot dog
sandwich.
I mean, I would say it's not personally. Like I would say it's not.
Right. I think it kind of is. It's got 2 pieces of bread and
meat. So same thing with the cheesesteak. It's 2 pieces of bread and meat.
Yeah.
And
so the Chicago dogs, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Like a Chicago dog is definitely. People know that is a known thing for sure. So like, and drag through the garden. It's delicious. It's get a good Chicago style dog and it is satisfying. But
do you guys have
I just
soft
don't
pretzels?
consider it a sandwich.
Do you guys have soft pretzels where you're at?
Yeah, but I don't know that they have like a strong, I don't know, like regional
Okay,
thing.
yeah.
But I could be wrong. Like, some listener, if that's following along and interested, like chime in, send us a message or something.
Pretzels is pretty, like it's like saying, do you have saltines?
Oh my goodness, do not say that. That's like, well, see, like pretzels out here because there's a large German population. Yeah. Pretzels are really kind of sacred out here. So,
big soft pretzels, pretty great.
Oh man, there's nothing better than a big soft pretzel. Because
we have German restaurants here that specialize in that, so you can get a pint of like German purity law culture, but the purity laws of baking beer, the pretzel, and that's like the perfect snack.
Yeah, love it. Love it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Chrissy, we were talking about sandwiches, regional sandwiches, and if like Miami has one that is as recognizable as Philly's cheesesteak.
The Cubano.
Oh my
for sure.
Oh, out of the gate.
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely. And I know Tampa likes to talk a lot of shit, but their Cubanos are not on the level that our Cubanos are. And so I'm sorry.
Florida's strife here.
Well, yeah, like, I'm sorry. I've tried them both.
What's the difference?
Multiple times. I just feel like the Miami bread is a bit fresher.
Yep.
And also the pork is a little less toothsome.
Oh,
if
okay.
that's
So it's just
maybe,
more
and maybe
tender
the mustard is better.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I will say,
and maybe the mustard is better.
If a Cuban or a Cubano is on a list of restaurant sandwiches, 9 times out of 10 I will order the Cuban. Like, just because there is a lot of variety. But now, if I ever do find myself in Miami, I will make a point to find a place with a good Cubano.
Well, okay, if you find yourself in Miami, just go to Pinecrest Bakery.
Okay.
Don't go to any, like, tourist place. Just go to the bakery that everybody here goes to. Their Cubano is 10 out of 10. But I will say this. I went to the Hispanic Heritage Festival at my kid's school today and tried a piece of a Cuban steak sandwich. And I'm so sorry, Chaz. It blew every fucking Philly that I've ever eaten out of the water. It was... No, okay. I don't typically eat bread. I don't really eat a lot of bread. I ate 4 sandwiches.
I don't blame you. That sounds delicious.
And thus
No, I like have ended. A food baby.
James Dobson's kids had a good run.
Yeah.
Chrissy had to go
series finale was on another podcast.
Yeah.
It was so strange.
No, I was like I was like walking around like an evangelical Christian, like, have you tried the steak sandwich? Because it's really good. You should go get some of that right now. Please. Have you heard the good news? There's a steak sandwich over there and you can have it.
I would like to bring in another variety of a cheesesteak I recently had. Is we have a large Indian population coming into our area, and they opened up like kind of a corner store over by us, and I go in there and buy my little cones for my weed smoking, and I was like, what you guys got over in the food thing? And they had an Indian style cheesesteak. Mind blown.
What?
Never had anything like that before, and I was just like, "This is you guys have
changed."
Yeah, it was a little spicy,
like vindaloo style.
Yeah, it was just
curry,
a little curry in it. It was just like, you guys changed the game here. Like
Indian food is,
and it was
just Philly roll.
Yep, little corner store. So. They have lottery in the corner there that you can sit and play and enjoy your cheesesteak.
I feel the need to defend California right now.
You're like all these other
sandwiches,
states.
And I raise you a banh mi.
Okay.
We've got really good Southeast Asian communities, and a banh mi is kind of like one of I think perfect sandwiches because you got the slaw and you've got like the peppers.
Agreed.
They're just there, and usually barbecue pork or beef.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, carrots, cabbage, a little vinegar, the light crispy bread. No, a banh mi.
Never had one. Now I'm gonna have to have one.
Yeah. Also,
add that to my list.
Also, you have tacos, which are a type of sandwich.
We were debating that, and I think Blake thinks hot dogs aren't sandwiches, and I think they are, but
it's meat and bread. It's a sandwich.
But it's wrapped around. It's not parallel.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all stacked.
It's questionable meat.
So if I take Wonder Bread and squeeze it together on one side and then shove bologna in it, is that a hot dog?
Wow. Okay.
You're gonna die on this hill, aren't you?
Just for the bit.
Okay. I mean,
I will. Absolutely.
I love it.
Go to the mat.
I love it.
It's another manufactured beef here on Let's Talk About Text.
That's right. Yep.
Oh, and we're talking about beef, so it's perfect.
Yes. See, that's
kind of on the nose.
Multi-layered.
Yeah.
That's what we're all here. What we're here for. So.
All right. Well, we all have things we have read or are reading, and in general, Chaz and Chrissy, do you read for pleasure or for knowledge or what, or escape? Just say a word or two about your
What's your relationship to reading? Like, do you like to? Do you find that that's what you do in your free time, or is it like more around whether you're doing something for your show or for something else in another part of your life, or is it just free for all?
I think we have two very different answers on this, Chrissy. So why don't you go first?
Yeah, Chaz with you. Oh,
nope,
I was going to say you go first.
To it.
I am a voracious reader. I probably read 250 books a year. Wow. I read a lot. It is my fucking jam. I read for pleasure and escape and for knowledge and for the podcast. Occasionally, Chaz does most of the podcast reading. I also listen to audiobooks constantly when I'm doing menial tasks. And I like washing the dishes or, laundry or any gardening, commuting, whatever. So I read all the time for all sorts of reasons. Chazzy? How about you, man?
Top 250.
I can attest to Chrissy actually reading that fast because there has been a couple times where she's like, have you read this? And I'm like, no. And she's like, well, I'm reading it right now. I'm going to send it to you when I'm done. And then it'll show up at my house in like 3 days. So it's like, it's literally that fast.
Wow.
Reading for me, like I didn't like reading growing up just because I wasn't allowed to really read anything that I wanted to. So it wasn't until I hit like my late teens when I actually kind of fell in love with reading. But as far as reading goes today, I definitely read more for the podcast than anything. I read for knowledge more, even outside of that. I'm more into nonfiction than fiction. And that's I still read for pleasure because like Stephen King's like one of my favorite authors ever, and Cormac McCarthy and a number of other people. So I dig a lot of that stuff. It's just when Chrissy tells me all these books she's read, I'm just like,
you can't keep up with that.
Well,
some of us have to engage in the real world, Chrissy.
Well, and then a lot of time I'm like, wow, that doesn't, not that it doesn't appeal to me, but I'm just like, that's like way over my head. Like I don't even know how to dive into that. But Chrissy's just like, give it to me all, and I'm just like, that's very commendable.
Well, it's the ADHD.
Same.
I have to have something to think about. Otherwise, I think about things that I shouldn't think about.
That's
you know,
relatable.
Like,
Go on.
you know, it's, well, okay, so like recently, I didn't have my headphones with me, and I ended up having to walk 3 miles with the dog, just with me and my fucking brain. And I had a whole ass existential crisis about the therapeutic concept of grounding, and how, you know, if you're thinking about something you can see, hear, taste, touch, feel, or, you know what grounding is. How is that not just reinserting you into the simulation and making you more into the simulation that is actually life? Because I don't think we're really real. I think this might all be don't.
Okay, now we're all spiraling. Okay, yeah, keep reading, Chrissy. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I can't be thinking about these things.
yeah.
I'm a parent.
Well, I talked to I got screened for ADHD the other day, and when I was talking to the woman that was screening me, she was like, "Do you like to read?" I was like, "Yeah, but like I have to have music on when I read, or else I can't focus on reading." So like I literally have to have headphones on and have to have music playing, or else I cannot focus on what I'm reading. And I just either I don't comprehend it, or I have to go back and read it over and over again. So
What kind of music?
usually punk and hardcore. So I was just like, I was going through my music, and all my music is like usually under 2 minutes long. So that kind of speaks to my inability to hold attention very long. So it does help.
So you know what you're doing therapeutically. You're like activating your dopamine to keep you interested in the
it's
thing.
like a hearing version of stimming. Sort
Yeah.
of, instead of,
Yes.
So
yes.
it does help, and like I've heard a couple people need to do that too also. So it was just like, oh, I thought it was just me. I'm not unique anymore.
Oh, there's always somebody who's done the thing.
In other ways. Yeah.
Somebody rides a bike while they're doing it though. That's you got to do.
I have to juggle while I do it.
All right, show off.
I don't know how to juggle.
Oh man. All right. Well, let's.
You guys are silly. I like you both.
Let's talk some books. Who wants to lead us off? This is the part where, like, even though we're over a dozen in, we still keep it loose, and just like whoever wants to go, instead of. I don't know. It's part of our charm at this point, I think, Scott.
Yeah, it's a friendly chaos. It's fine. If
please, can I not go
so
first?
I was going to say,
please.
Put
okay.
on some hardcore and have Chaz go first.
Yeah,
very cool.
Well, okay. Do you guys talk about what you've been reading, or is it just me and Chaz?
No, it'll be around.
Okay.
It'll be around a round table, and in general, it's
Yes.
Talk about
pressure.
at least one thing you're reading. I mean,
No. I have a whole thing.
I was afraid to ask.
But I am. It's gonna be. You'll enjoy it, I'm sure. But like I have ADHD. It is severe. I learn by modeling. So could please one of the hosts go first so I understand better what I am supposed to do, because I wrote you guys a 6-page feminist critique.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to be doing.
That's all right.
My husband was like, maybe you make a few talking points.
This is going to be great. And every episode is honestly a little different, and that is to me the joy of having these conversations, because it's just and a way to release something that's fun and not about faith falling apart or the world falling apart or whatever. It's just about what you're into.
So I should put away my book on the NAR way?
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. If you want to talk about, if you read The Violent Take It by Force or some other book like that shit is good. And the NAR is like in your neck of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So Anyways, no, you can absolutely talk about that. That's not to manage the. Anyways, enough preface. I'll tell you. I'm gonna.
Joking. We're joking. It's cool. We're good.
This is so. It is spooky season, right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Ooh.
And I actually did see. I was gonna go a different route, but then I saw that one of your more recent episodes was about satanic panic. So actually, I'm gonna sneak in two. I'm gonna sneak in two because this wasn't planned. But I oftentimes like I take my time with a lot of books, but I can speed read through comics and graphic novels pretty quickly. So I borrowed a book from through Hoopla, which is one of the library lending apps.
Oh.
People either use Hoopla.
Fucking love Hoopla.
Yeah, it's good shit. and it's really, really good.
It's so much better.
Really good for comic books if you're into comics and you haven't.
Yes.
And if you have like especially a color tablet, the e-readers are getting a little better with color, but but the color is really appreciated on like an iPad or something similar, right?
Very cool.
Anyways,
it's really good on a paperwhite too. If you reading graphic novels, like digital graphic novels on a paperwhite is
nice.
It's vivid
cool.
and it doesn't have like that wiggly feeling that the iPad has. It's good, but
Oh yeah. Do you see? Are you sensitive to like the flashing of when you say wiggly? Is that like because you can see the
rate?
Like, okay, so like on the paperwhite, when you look at the page, the lines are lines. If you look at, I'll read on the iPad or the phone or whatever I need to read on, but the lines are a bit squiggly, and that is hard for me to look at a little bit. I have the dyslexia font in all of my e-readers, so that makes it so much better. But it's just like that slight uneven edge to the letters stresses me out for some reason because I'm just a big baby. I don't know.
No, I mean everybody has like various sensitivities to those things, so that's really interesting. The book that I read on my iPad the other night is called Houses of the Unholy. And it's the writer is Ed Brubaker and the artist is Sean Phillips, and they are actually this sort of creative team that has made a ton of like original graphic novels over the course of the last 10 or 20 years. One of their series is called Criminal, and it's like just a number of sort of like noir style types of stories. And then they've been releasing these sort of, and sometimes those will follow like a character, similar to, like a Raymond Chandler type, they've got a detective or whatever. And those ones may have like a cast of characters. This is, to my knowledge, this one, Houses of the Unholy, is a standalone story. And what it is that it opens with this woman who is essentially someone who goes and tries to get people that are parts of cults and like extract them on behalf of their families, like to the point of essentially kidnapping them. Like
that does happen.
Yeah.
And so,
isn't it mostly like kidnapping?
Yeah. So
you
like
say kidnapping, I say intervention.
That's what. So that's how this story
surprise get together, I guess.
So that's how the story starts, right? Is that she has the main character. She has a teenager, like literally, in her trunk, and then she goes to like takes her to a cabin and is like, "Look, your parents are gonna come get you. They're gonna." Anyways, that person escapes. But then what you learn is that this person, who's essentially a private investigator of a sort, was part of a satanic panic group of children when she was like 5. So it was like a group of like 6 kids that like got caught up in satanic panic and were testified against counselors.
Oh wow!
And basically from there, you learn she gets arrested, but then you learn that a number of these like 6 kids are being murdered across the country. Like they all scattered after their story was disproven. And then from there, it's this like combination of someone on the run, but also like trying to deal and parse out whether there's like repressed memories, and all these other things. And like, you're not sure whether there's actually something supernatural happening or if it's just the trauma and all these other, and like other people being caught up in the delusion even like 20-30 years later, surrounding them.
Same.
So
my life. Fuck.
So it is like it was like 250 pages or so. It was like, I read it in an evening, and was really, really interesting. This because this team has worked together for so long, they always make really good like sort of standalone stories. So that one would just sort of scratch that itch of like, it was sort of, it wasn't like outright horror, but there were horror elements, and there was this like satanic panic thing that like, for some people, you know, that still lives rent free in their heads. And so, yeah.
I'm some people.
And so is Chaz.
Yeah. I think Scott is some people too. Maybe
and
a
so
little.
like, I mean, there are something, you know, I think like evangelicalism like exists on a scale, and we don't all get the same things, you know.
Yeah.
And
Very
so
true.
like, for me, like that wasn't part of my family or personal story in evangelicalism. But
were you allowed to celebrate Halloween?
You know. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyways, that was a really interesting one because of all of these elements, and it was just very well done. And when I saw that you had done an episode on Satanic Panic, it's like, well, I should probably mention this to these folks.
Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. He came to set the captives free by Rebecca Brown. We're about 2/3 the way through it. We still got to record one more episode on it. Hopefully one more. But have you ever read the book Survivor by Chuck Palahniuk?
Survivor.
I have not read that, but I've read him.
So
the one where he eats the live lobster.
I don't know if that's the right one.
Yeah, is he the cleaner? In that one?
It revolves around a death cult or suicide cult, and when you said that they were being like murdered through like in the book, it just reminded me of that, because the people left over in that book have to kind of go through the same thing, and it's just like, wow, it's like, it's speaking to, like, I don't know, at this level of seriousness that a lot of people didn't take when it came to the Satanic Panic that we actually like lived through, where it was like such a serious thing of where it was life and death, compared to a lot of other people. Like even you said, like where you were able to celebrate Halloween, where like someone like me, where my stepfather would put something on the door that said how Halloween was so evil and turn off all the lights, and we'd go to Ponderosa for the night to eat and then come home. So
why Ponderosa? Like, I mean, just because you liked steak? It was
it was cheap, and the one time we went there, they had a timeshare thing, so you could sit through that, and then you got to eat for free.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if there was like some Ponderosa anti-Halloween connection I wasn't aware of.
You'd have to ask Robert DeWitt. I have no clue why we went there.
Cool. Oh man, yeah. So I mean, I was vague about what sort of happens after the initial setup, but I think if you're gonna read it, it's better to let it pay off within the story.
I love that,
because it's like the one thing I'll say is the one thing I'll say as a final sort of teaser is it is the sort of book that it doesn't give the reader every answer. There is ambiguity,
I love that,
and that works so well in horror, or like in that particular anything even tinged with that, because whatever the mind of the reader can sort of scare up literally, like can sometimes be more powerful than whatever the author may hint at. So anyways, that's my primary one. And then the other one that I'll mention quickly, spooky season, but in real life, Against Platforms, Resisting Digital Utopia. It's basically sort of a anti-big tech sort of book, just about. I've only read the introduction and the first chapter. I'm taking my sweet time with this book, but because I think I picked it up in January. But that one is interesting, and I have a whole stack of books on similar topics, but I'm taking my time with that one. But I want to hear what other people are reading, because I took a while with the Satanic Panic book.
Wait, can you say the name of the book about tech one more time?
Against Platforms, Surviving Digital Utopia, and that's by Mike Pepe.
Yeah, and Blake puts all these in the show notes. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and
yeah, I totally get that, but I just borrowed Houses of the Unholy from Hoopla, and I'm just gonna get the other one because I will forget. My brain does not remember things. So I want, because my husband is getting his about to defend his dissertation in AI governance. So any sort of like tech stuff, I always try to send to him, because he has a lot of opinions and knowledge about AI.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Whereas I'm just always like, stay away.
Yeah, that's awesome. The other book that I just picked up, literally, it came out last week, and I just bought it today. On that topic, and I'll mention quickly, is Enshittification by Cory Doctorow. Mm-hmm. It was amazing. It was a essay that he wrote for Wired 2 or 3 years ago, that like totally entered the lexicon of like online commentators, and internet commentators and things like that. Enshittification is just the idea that basically all the apps that we use over time just get increasingly shittier, and that's by design. Like Instagram used to be about sharing photos on a grid, and now it's about every single fucking thing under the sun. And it's an inscrutable app that like you can tell I'm annoyed by that app, and I don't use it for that reason.
It is so much, like, social media is so much for our goddamn brains. This is just me, like, I'm not like a talk therapist, I'm a behavior therapist, but the way I have seen people change from when 15 years ago I started working with little kids, and they had like small, like TV and like sometimes computer, to now like iPad all the time. And kids, I've seen a kid as young as 4 using Instagram and like liking and scrolling and looking at reels, like using Instagram.
Guys, come with me.
Not
to
my kids.
Preschool class.
Yeah, it like things have changed, and we're changing our. Yeah.
This is my fashion pencil case. I really like it. 5 stars.
Please like and subscribe.
Let's get some booms in here.
It's but it's like, it's so different now. Like the things have changed so much that I don't know what to do. I don't really like. Someone needs to do some research, but not me. I'm really busy.
Yeah. I
you got all
and I got books to read.
Yeah, I read that article, the enshittification article. I just have not. I just not
So
have read
did I.
the book yet, but I've
listened
to
him.
It
just
on,
came out last week.
Yeah, so. I've listened to him on a number of podcasts. Brilliant stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love his work. So
yeah. He's great. He's got a sci-fi book called Rapture of the Geeks, or Rapture of the Nerds. I can't remember which one it is. That one's really, really good and has some good religion commentary in it. But anyways, I've monopolized too much time. I want to cede it to somebody else. Somebody else, please.
Chrissy, did you get the example? Or you want to go? Oh, okay.
No.
All right, Chaz, you're up.
I'll go. So the book I brought for my book report today is.
I cannot believe you.
Yeah, I picked Johnny Got His Gun by Dalton Trumbo. It's one of my all-time favorite books. I have my original copy that I bought in, I want to say 97 or 98. I have a receipt from Food for Less in here as from when I worked there about 20 years ago. So it is well loved. But the reason I picked this is because it was the first book that ever made me cry.
Not the Bible?
No, not the Bible. Never cried over the Bible.
Not Where the Red Fern Grows?
No. Like, I don't even know if I was able to read that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, like...
Old Dan
I don't ever remember reading that.
Young Anne or whatever the name
like, we had some books in... Like, my mom was a librarian of our school/church. And so we had access to these books, but nothing I ever wanted to read. So, I don't feel like reading a theology book at 6 years old. So
Johnny Got His Gun.
Yeah. So I really got into reading one summer, and I went to Borders and went down the one section and like picked up every book that I had ever recognized as something that you were supposed to read. And I think the first year of public high school I went to in 11th grade, I read Catch-22 for one of my classes, and I enjoyed it. And then I read In Cold Blood, and I enjoyed that. And I'm like, ooh, I guess I can read. Like, I actually kind of enjoy this. This is interesting. So I went and picked this up, and I think it really speaks to me personally because the main character, Joe, is he's a young man, and he goes off to war, and he wakes up in a hospital bed without his arms, legs, or face, and he's basically just a stump of living stump. And he floats in and out of consciousness, and he starts having flashbacks of his child days and everything, and so on and so forth. But he's laying there, and he can't communicate with anyone. And
it's told entirely from his perspective, right? So it's just his experience as like a deaf, mute, unwalking, unarmed, like he's a nubbin.
Yeah. And so he's telling everything from his perspective, but he's a lot of it is like a fever dream. Because he's trying to grasp he doesn't know if he's awake or asleep. He doesn't know what's going on with him, his body just in general, and he's just laying there. And so he eventually figures out that he can communicate by tapping his head using Morse code. And he keeps doing this over and over and over again, and nobody's picking up on it. Nobody's understanding what's going on. He's constantly calling out for help, SOS, 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 SOS over and over again. And it's not until a nurse realizes what he's doing and comes up and taps on his forehead, Merry Christmas. And that's where I lost it when I first read it. But that connection between somebody that's lost and has nothing, and then it just took somebody just to reach out and just tap on the head, and it opened up his world to everything, basically, like human interaction and like understanding where he is and why he's there and everything like that. And it doesn't end on a good note, which is sad. Um, and one of the reasons it connected to me was because I felt like Joe a lot of the time, growing up in the household I grew up in, where I was, unloved, not noticed or paid attention to, but at the same time, like I was the center of this, like I had to be a Christian, but like, um, and just banging your head and trying to get somebody to pay attention to you and to try to connect with someone and not feeling that until I read the book of like, wow, I get that. Like, I understand what's going on in my heart and why this is hurting me so much right now. So it's a wonderful anti-war book. It speaks to a lot of words about just about words and slogans and how meaningless they are. And one of the quotes of the book, I believe it goes, "No man ever wanted to die for a word." I think that's what it says. But um, a lot of it does have to do with dying for other people's causes and not justice, and you're just dying because somebody told you to go die, and it has nothing to do with you or the person that you're killing, because they have nothing to do in this battle other than somebody else pointing them to tell you to go kill the other person. So I don't know if you guys know anything about Dalton Trumbo, the author. He wrote Roman Holiday, The Brave One. Those are two scripts. He wrote the script for Exodus, and he wrote the script for Spartacus. He was blacklisted as a communist. He wasn't allowed to work in the film industry for a number of years, until Stanley Kubrick actually said he wrote Spartacus. Like, it was kind of a Spartacus moment. uh, where it was just like, no, but he went through a lot in his life, and he would eventually direct a movie for Johnny Got His Gun in the 70s, starring Jason Robards. Some of the clips from that movie are played in the song "One" by Metallica, which is what the song is written about. It's about Johnny Got His Gun. In the song, I think it says it steps on a landmine, but I think in the book he gets hit by a shell. But either way, he loses everything. Yeah.
Wow. And I mean, I Googled it while you were talking, and I mean, it's wild that he was able to film the adaptation. Like, he was the person that wrote it and then directed the adaptation.
Yeah.
And also that almost, 30 years later.
Yeah. It was a good chunk of time later.
Is from 1939 when it was published to 1971 when it was released. That, like, talk about like it taking time for your work to permeate,
Yeah.
And, like, that's cool.
Could I read one portion of the book really quick that I absolutely love? I don't want to take up too much time. This is towards the end of the book. It's one section and then like one other section really quick. He said he had hurt no one. He had tried to give them as little trouble as possible. He was a great care that was true, but he hadn't intentionally become so. He wasn't a thief or a drunkard or a liar or a murderer. He was a man, a guy, no worse, no better than anyone else. He was just a guy who had to go to war, who had been hurt, and now had been trying to get out from his prison to feel fresh, cool air on his skin, to sense the color and movement of the people around him. He began to tap again and tell them pleadingly, hauntingly, humbly, please, he wanted out. He wanted to feel air against him and fresh, clean outside of the hospital. Please understand, he wanted to feel the people of his own kind free and happy. There really wasn't any good reason except that. The thing about showing him in a cage because he wanted to be shown off around the country is what can happen when war happens. This thing about showing him in a cage, forget that it was just a way to raise money to make it easier on them, only that he was lonesome. That he was just lonesome. There was no more reason he could give them. There was nothing he could do except to try to let them know that the inside of the skin that covered his body, there was so much terror and so much lonesome that it was only right they should permit him such a small thing as freedom. So that's the part of the book that kind of the culmination of the book that really spoke to me. So
yeah, wow.
Anyway,
that's
awesome.
That's a great
that's
pick. Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, Chaz, I was surprised but not surprised when you picked this one because I know your penchant for body horror.
Absolutely.
And like it makes sense that this would be a book for you. But you made it really meaningful and like it's very I've read that book once, like 15 years ago, and I still sometimes wake up and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
thought about that damn book again.
So you have different levels of appreciation for it seems.
Yeah, and he has visions of Jesus in it, which is wild because like some of the visions in it like get really trippy, but there's like a cross section of religion and what people see as duty in your country or what's honorable, and it's just like, no, I just want to live. That's it. I just want to live life. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing. That was great.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, Chrissy.
Okay. I'm sorry. I have the autism where you do a lot of homework because you have to be sure. And so, I wasn't kidding. I wrote you guys a 6-page analysis of this book. How long should I go so I know what to skim? You can cut this all out, please. Just give me honest feedback because I don't understand.
5-10 minutes, like
yeah.
5 or
how
10?
many?
5 to 10 is usually like what people go.
Okay, yeah, okay,
Yeah. That's
all right.
I mean,
I
honestly
I skew more to the 5, but I like because I don't have a lot of
okay.
deep thoughts. About it sometimes.
Yeah, and honestly, we always like, and I don't know that we've ever like made this explicit on the air, but I think both Scott and I always like to hear a little more from our guests than from us.
I don't even need to share, and I haven't sometimes. But,
yeah. So yeah. I mean, that's
All right.
Lay it on us, Chrissy.
Okay. All right. Well, let's do this then.
Do this.
And okay, well, that and musical theater, so like don't take me too seriously. I double majored. Have you guys ever read Circe by Madeline Miller?
No.
It's okay if you haven't, but it's my favorite book.
Is that a recent book? I feel like if it's the same.
It came out in 2018.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm fairly certain that my wife just listened to the audiobook within the last year, and she said it was great. So, yes.
The audiobook is great. The bookie book is great. I love Madeline Miller. I think she teaches Latin and Greek at like MIT or Brown or something like that. She's amazing. I love her books. I mean, I did write her an email just like letting her know because in her other book, Song of Achilles, she mentions somebody's skin as the color of fresh pressed olives. That's fucking green, dude. They're green. It's green. No. He didn't have green skin. You're trying to say golden. Stop it. I said it much nicer, but she didn't respond. Anyway, not the point. But if someone says fresh pressed olive color, that's green. That is like a bright green color. Anyway, so Circe by Madeline Miller. This is my favorite book. It knocked East of Eden out of the top spot the moment I read it. It literally has everything that I love. Greek mythology, which I hyper-focused on as a child. Wooden sailing ships, which I also currently still as a 42-year-old woman sometimes bring up unintentionally. It is it's phenomenal. So I've always gotten lost in stories, especially old ones. I used to memorize the family trees of gods the way that Scott memorizes baseball stats. I love ships. I do and I did love ships, especially old wooden sailing ships. The creaky, alive ones with their sails swelling like lungs and moving towards the horizon. I love that. So Greek myths and tall ships both have something in common, and that's adventure. Also transformation, and also, unfortunately, danger. So when I first read Circe, I read it the moment it came out in 2018. I expected it to be an epic. But what I didn't so much expect was to see myself. It's a mirror of womanhood. It's a mother trying to protect her child and herself, and a soul learning how to rebuild faith after the gods have failed. So in the story, I don't want to give too much away. I don't know how. Spoilers. It came out in 2018. That's a while ago. What's the policy on that,
it's
fellas?
Up to you.
I mean, it's whatever you want to do. It's fine. We can give a spoiler warning.
I spoiled a 90-year-old book, so
spoilers. Yeah. Yours came out in I don't know. I don't know. I never know. I don't want to offend
beware.
people, but
I don't know that I'll actually drop sound effects in here, but honestly, this is enough of a spoiler warning. Skip ahead a minute or two.
Okay.
If you. And so please continue.
No, it's like throughout. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Sorry.
Honestly,
it's throughout.
Yeah.
So, in the Odyssey, in Homer's Odyssey, Circe is known mostly for torturing Odysseus's men, his sailors, and turning them into pigs. So she's like a one-dimensional temptress sorceress meant to test Odysseus's virtue. So Miller writes a whole book that gives her voice and history and humanity. She is the main character instead of just a side note. And it's so fascinating. So in the book, Circe is the daughter of Helios, the titan of the sun, and a nymph named Perse. When she's born, she doesn't have a lot of power. Her siblings, who are more divine than she is, don't like her. And she is pretty much dismissed, ignored, and ridiculed. Until she discovers witchcraft. Which, good for you, girlfriend. So she uses magic to punish a mortal rival, because she's immortal. And the gods exile her to the island of Aiaia. And there, in her isolation, she masters witchcraft, and she really comes into her own. And across the centuries of because she's immortal. So at one point she says, I've lived 1,000 generations worth of lives. So I don't even know how old that is. So she, in all of this time, transforms from a frightened girl seeking approval to a woman who defines her own divinity. So her father is the Titan of Light, and her mother is a nymph. Her father is really cruel. He's the sun. He's the Titan of the sun. So he's radiant and merciless. And his love is very conditional. He very much reminds me of the evangelical God I grew up with, who demands obedience before affection. Mm-hmm. So Helios, her father, rules through fear. And anytime Circe speaks out of turn or acts without permission, she's punished just for being independent. Which, to me hits deep, because in a lot of the church stuff I grew up in, questioning power is treated as a sin. So she's exiled. And that's supposed to be her ruin, except it really becomes her rebirth. So Aiaia, her island, she masters all of her witchcraft. She learns to mix herbs. She has a really nice lion companion, which is wonderful. When men come to the island, if they're kind to her, she feeds them and gives them wine. If they try to rape her, she turns them into pigs. It's great. So her island is like deconstruction to me. She is learning to become independent and become her own person. She's a witch, and witch has been, one of the evangelical church's favorite slurs. Not their favorite. I won't say that on air, but you know what I mean.
I think of like five.
But yeah, but everybody knows the one I mean. But every woman with agency in the Bible has been called a witch. Any woman in a patriarchal society who has any sort of agency has been called a witch. But in the book, Miller gives that to Circe not like a brand that you would wear on your chest, like, holy cow. Who am I thinking of with the red letter or the A?
Scarlet letter?
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not like a brand of shame, but it's a badge of honor. I told you I wrote a feminist analysis of this. I'm sorry. So in feminist literary terms, Miller reframes the archetype of the dangerous woman and reclaims her as a symbol of autonomy and agency. Circe truly embodies what Simone de Beauvoir called the becoming of a woman, the process of self-definition apart from the roles that society has scripted for her. So Circe has a ton of dichotomies. She's not really always likable in the book. Sometimes you're like, girl, what in the fuck are you doing? But she's still very interesting to read. Then in walks freaking Odysseus. So this whole book is just like a Tumblr fan fiction of all of your favorite supernatural, Doctor Who, and Sherlock characters. It's super Who-lock, but it's all of the Greek gods. So Medea's in there, Jason's in there, Zeus is in there, Athena, everybody. But in walks Odysseus. So in Homer's story, he's the hero. And in Miller's story, he's a mirror. He's a mirror for who Circe is and what she will accept. Okay. So in Homer's myth, Odysseus is like a conqueror. He slays monsters. He outsmarts gods. In Miller's retelling, it's Circe who conquers herself, her rage, her fear, her longing for approval, which is very resonant to me. When Odysseus eventually leaves her, because they're in love, she doesn't crumble. She returns to her island and focuses on herself, which is one of the... You guys, I know you're 3 dudes, but this is one of the most feminist moments in modern literature. Because a woman doesn't need to be saved or destroyed by love. And Circe doesn't get punished for her desire or her love. She exists and still remains a person. And that's really cool because that does not happen a lot.
That's awesome.
So she becomes pregnant by Odysseus, and she has a son, Telegenes. And when she becomes a mother, the story, not that it's not fucking amazing in the beginning, but when she has her son, she raises him alone, and she gives birth alone and ends up giving herself a C-section. But the retelling of the early days of motherhood are so raw, so visceral, and so real. Circe is paranoid. She's exhausted. She's constantly paranoid that her son is dead. She's exhausted. Even though she doesn't sleep. She's immortal. She doesn't sleep, but she's really tired anyway because newborns are a lot. She's super protective. So she fights off monsters, actual gods, and I tell you, as a mother of sons, I get it. She also really learns about motherhood and how you can't erase yourself, and how she loves her son, but she doesn't want to disappear into him, and she really works to teach him freedom, but not fear. And then when he's grown, she lets him go, even though it fucking shatters her inside. It's amazing. It is absolutely amazing. So at the end of the novel, Circe makes the choice to become mortal, to live fully and to die eventually. And it's so different from the promises of eternal life evangelicalism tempts us with. She chooses to live one life fully rather than an eternity of half measures. Which, I mean, I cried a lot through this, but I reread this before this podcast and I cried, I think 3 times. Like, this book, I feel this book. So she's a silenced woman who gets louder. Miller doesn't really just retell a myth. She resurrects a ghost from another book. And gives her agency and power, which I would love to see more of that
Yeah, that sounds.
If that's your paper, as an English professor, would give you an A. And
thank you.
I'm pretty sure that Vanguard would give you an F.
Yes, definitely.
This is not what
definitely.
they thought you would turn out as, Chrissy. To your credit, so good job.
They had an inkling. They had an inkling what was going to happen. But I'm obsessed with first and last lines of books. That's like a thing for me. I have a couple of first and last lines tattooed on me. But the first line in this book, Circe says, "When I was born, the name for what I was did not exist." And that is a line that freaking undoes me. Because that's what it feels like to grow up in a system that doesn't have language for who you are. But you have to find the courage to name yourself anyway. And that's what she does in the book. And it's freaking amazing.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, you should read it.
Yeah.
Do it. Read it. It's amazing.
So,
yeah.
That's
Yeah. My niece loves Greek mythology, and it's so it's always being discussed at like family events and stuff like that. But I don't know if she's read this one, and it may be one she'll get to in a few years. But
yeah, how old is she?
She's in middle school right now, so.
Oh yeah, maybe it's a little adult.
Yeah.
It's maybe more of a like late high school book.
Gotcha. I'm gonna keep it in my back pocket though, as a try to be the cool uncle. Junior, senior year.
But her other book, Song of Achilles, where she does Achilles and Patroclus romance, and then subsequent, like all the stuff, the War of Troy and blah 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 blah. But the romance is really, perfect.
all right.
Awesome.
She's great. I love her.
That felt like an English class lecture that you want to be in. That was a good job. That was
yes, absolutely
very good.
Oh, thank you. Like, get me started on a hyperfocus. But it's a really good book, and everyone should read it. And maybe boys should read it more often. I don't know.
I'm into it.
100%. I mean, have you read Absolute Wonder Woman? It's a current comic book.
Yes.
Where
I read
Wonder Woman is raised by Circe. I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, but it's great as well. And yes, boys and men absolutely should read books
and
like
digest
this.
it and listen to Chrissy's notes on it.
Yes, 100%. Yes,
you should publish. These are published.
Like literally, I had a dog named Circe. Like that's how much I love.
All right,
very nice.
This character. Like I'm in it to win it. But yeah, Scott, you have to tell us what you're reading now.
Okay, well I'm gonna tee it up for next week or next episode because I don't want to take. I was enthralled by yours, but I have a friend. He's the younger brother of my wife's best friend growing up, and he lives out here in LA. And he's kind of a performance artist.
So he's your cousin.
Well, I mean, they're like family.
He's a cousin. Yeah, you got to just call that. I feel like that's just a cousin. I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
My wife. Yeah, for sure. So, but he was doing film stuff, and he was like a lost artist guy, and he's super creative. He fronted a band called the Warlords of Rock and Roll Thunder and Lightning, and it was like this performance artist, goth, weird music, crazy, fun stuff. He decided to write a book, and when he told me, he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna write a book." I'm like, "Do you write books?" Most people just don't go, "I'm gonna write a book and write a book." He wrote a fucking cool book. He self-published it. It's called Mr. Taffle's Pants of Insanity.
Mr. what? Mr.
Taffle, Taffle. Mr. Taffle's Pants of Insanity. The only thing I can compare it to is like if Monty Python took acid and then wrote sketches and wrote a movie. Like
Didn't they?
I mean,
that might
I
have
thought
been
they
modus
did.
operandi anyway, but
Terry Gilliam has,
seriously. I could tell you the plot, but it wouldn't matter because it's just a ride in the absurd. Like things happen that couldn't happen, and yet you just go with it. And a guy discovers a pair of pants in a store that are magic, and they make him like the coolest person in the room. And then all these characters come out of the woodwork to try and kill him and to try and take the pants, and there's
I love it.
kind of a love story, and it's just like weird dimensions and physics don't really apply, and I can't even like. I think I should have dropped acid to explain the book. That would have probably been more clear, but it's.
That sounds like a great movie too. Like I'm just like I'm like trying to think
some special effects, but yeah, it's. I started reading it because I was doubtful. I told him this, like, you're not a writer, like, so he gave us the book, and I put it off for a while, and I was just, all right, I'm going to see him, so I'm going to at least start reading it. I couldn't put it down. I just like got all the way through. So, Mr. Taffle's Pants of Insanity. If you want just a pure, wild, psychedelic ride. And these characters, and the great thing, okay, I'll say this. The great thing about these characters is they're all so sincere and nothing surprises them. So if a car full of like weird people come out of the sewer and start chasing you, he's just like, oh gosh, what do I do now? It's like nothing is surprising to any of the characters, despite the hilarity and absurdity of everything, and it's just so much fun.
Love that.
Like I was like, God damn it! You just decided to write a book and you wrote a banger, and then this book won a whole bunch of like independent writer awards.
That's so rad.
Wow.
And
that's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, and he's finishing up a second book, which he says is more sexy, naughty.
So going to
this
no
one's really
pants,
innocent.
no pants of insanity.
Yeah.
He finds underwear this time.
Yeah.
The assless chaps of insanity.
The chonies.
But yeah, so that's my little 5-minute little wrap up of. His name's Daniel Eric Finkel is the author, but yeah, Mr. Taffle's Pants of Insanity. You can get it off of most of the places you buy books.
So you tell this guy he's a no-talent hack and he'll never write anything good, and look at this.
I was like, fuck you, man. Like,
yeah.
It's not supposed to be that easy.
Just threw it right in your face, man.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I love that. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
These are my... These episodes feel so... I don't know how else to put it besides like well-rounded. Like we touched on
covered
so
a lot of
things.
ground here.
Graphic novels, war and anti-war novels, including people that were blacklisted.
Yeah.
Like a reimagining of Greek mythology and like just a totally wild, surreal story. Like that's a good gamut.
That's awesome
that we just did. And
there's a lot of good books, as Chrissy probably knows. $250 a year.
Do you want to talk about my Audible listening stats? Because I could tell you some things.
Numbers to close us out.
You want to talk about it?
I'm curious. Like, tell me a number.
Okay, because nobody's ever beaten me. No, I've never had anybody beat me in any book group. Any.
You and her.
So my total listening time on Audible is 63 months, 8 days, 17 hours, and 42 minutes.
Over 5 years.
Yes, it is.
63 months.
Who has the time?
I do. Motherfucker.
That's incredible. That is incredible.
I love that.
Oh, man.
I have had Audible for 20 years, though, so don't like... Yeah, it's still a fucking flick. I've never had anybody beat me.
That's incredible. Oh, man.
Ask me how many times I've re-listened to Dungeon Crawler Carl before you get too impressed, because it's been a lot.
Yeah. She listened to the same book for 5 years, over and over and over.
You got really hyper-focused on it.
Yeah. See, I've never done that. I do that with episodes of TV. especially to fall asleep to.
Yeah.
You know, like The Office season 3, episode 16, I think, The Return, when I was laid off in the Great Recession. That one got me through several nights, but I've never done it with audiobooks. So I've never.
I can't have a screen operating in my room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a TV in my room, so like I do listen to books to fall asleep. I just set the it's like there's a timer. I usually set it for like 30 minutes, and it puts me out like a baby.
Awesome. Right. Man.
Well, I'm so glad you all got to hang with us and
absolutely
not talk about our usual doom and gloom of religious trauma and deconstruction. And although it did get mentioned, and it's all tied together.
We worked it in.
Yeah.
We worked it in.
But I mean, that wasn't the purpose of the episode. It's just
right.
Well, like all I read, Scott, is like I don't Jimmy Swaggart's autobiography. I mean, and I don't think it. I have a Christian sex ed book that we can go over here called Intended for Pleasure.
No.
There's actual art
Please,
in here.
no.
If
no,
you
I want to
go
be able
through
to
the
get
pictures.
an erection again someday. So
no.
Well, then please listen to our He Came to Set the Captives Free series, because this Rebecca Brown lived 20 years too early to have a live journal. She is an absolute monster fucker. She it's oh, these two demons came to live with me and they would choke me on my bed.
Oh my goodness.
It is it's a Tumblr girl's wet dream.
I got
100%.
And Chrissy's not over exaggerating either.
Yeah.
It's it is not.
I am not.
But I want to brag about your podcast, because you guys do a scripted podcast where Chaz writes a whole script, and then Chrissy and whatever guest is in there kind of chimes in and kind of brings context or observations or just sarcasm to the mix, and it's topical, and you do like series of like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 episodes on a given thing, and so it's super informative but also a lot of fun. It's like sometimes I feel like incredible. Chaz is really struggling to get through the whole thing because everyone I won't shut the fuck up about whatever it is it's making me think of, and have to catch myself and say, oh no, sorry, proceed. But yeah, it's a great fun scripted and unscripted podcast. That it's different than your typical two people talking about stuff. So highly recommend. So many great topics and books that you go through, or people's stories, and you do baseball, which I dig, and so keep an eye out, and everyone go check out James Dobson's Bastard Kids, the podcast.
Thank you, Blake. We gotta have you on.
Thank you.
At some point in time.
Yeah,
that's why.
Sure, I'd love that. That'd be great.
I just gotta find some kind of avenue to fit you into a story. Because I like to try to get stories for that where the guest will be entertained and it's something that they have interest in. So
yeah, absolutely. That'd be wonderful.
Yeah.
So.
He just likes to traumatize.
That too. That's all part of the episodes.
That's part of the fun.
Yeah,
traumatizing Chrissy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, oh my God, Jimmy Swaggart was a terrible person, and I had no idea. We did a series on Jimmy Swaggart, and oh my God, I did not know. I didn't know.
Yeah, we've done.
I only know the broad strokes of his story from.
Yeah.
Like
go
Jesus
listen to
Trumbo
that series. That was wild.
Evil man. But like we've covered things from DC Talk, and we got to redo our Carmen series. But Carmen.
Carmen was my first concert.
Oh yeah. One of my first two.
I'm sorry.
The Riot tour.
Oh wow.
Riot. What is?
Oh my gosh, we gotta have him come on.
What is it? Something of
righteous invasion of the truth.
Righteous invasion of truth. I knew it was like righteous and truth, and I just couldn't. And then it was Mission 316 after that.
Yep.
Oh my
I was there for Addicted to Jesus when that concert tour came around. That was one of my first concerts with the that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuff,
I mean, I see that you had Josiah Hess on, and
yes,
when I was talking to him once, and I told him Carmen was my first concert. His response was, "Whose wasn't?"
Me.
Very okay.
Yeah, you lucky bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're from Southern California. What was your first concert, Scott?
Because it's gonna say how old I am. Pat Benatar.
But that rips
okay.
though. Like what's the?
That's so much better than mine. Mine was Millie fucking Vanilli.
Hey, that's also better.
That's a toss up with Carmen.
Yeah. Blame It on the Rain and Addicted to Jesus.
They weren't actually singing. We paid for it.
But no one's singing anymore. So any pop act that has dancing, they're not singing.
Was Carmen ever really singing?
He was talking. He was like the Rex. What's his name from My Fair Lady of CCM.
100%. So yeah, Blake, we definitely got to have you on. Where I would absolutely love that.
That'd be great.
But yeah, Scott, thank you so much for introducing us to Blake, but also just having us on. And
just don't have Tori on anymore, and it'll be all good. We'll be even.
I got to have more baseball episodes. That's the thing.
No, I'll talk about anything. Man. I'll talk about. I'm there. Whatever.
I'm gonna have you.
You want to come on for the last Monster Fucker episode? It is wild because you can. I need another buffer because it is too much.
I don't know.
It is too much of like, oh, and then I accidentally tripped and Satan was sitting on the bench and my head went into his lap. I'm not exaggerating.
A lot of creepy
That's a thing
stuff.
in the book.
I don't know if I'm going to be a buffer or in that situation, Chrissy.
Well, someone else needs to
All
experience
right, I'll
this
do it
with
with
me.
you.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you. We'll have you on. I've got episodes planned out until about April next year.
All right,
So
sign me up for the Satan fucking. I'm in. Yeah.
Yeah, Blake, I write. Chrissy says I write like I'm running out of time. So,
but
yeah, he's a whole ass
incredible.
Alexander Hamilton.
cool.
I'm not a. Yeah, I do not write quickly at all. So that's admirable.
yeah.
No, he texts me. He's like, "Oh, I have 26 pages on Tim Tebow. Are you ready to do a football episode?" And I'm like, "How many?"
It's actually 30. I think 36 now. So,
Tim
God
Tebow.
damn! No, you gotta cut it down.
Tebow-mania,
No,
baby.
You have to cut that. God damn.
I had a
12.
We can't do 17 episodes
I
on
just had
Tim
a
Tebow.
Whole ass flashback to pastor who wore a Tim Tebow jersey to give an anti-abortion sermon.
Did he kneel?
he
Did
had
he
to.
kneel?
No, I mean
had-
I don't think the pastor did. He played the weird anti-abortion PSA
Yep.
that Tim Tebow did, where he tackles his mom.
Yep.
Like full on, like just sidelines her.
Yeah.
I know it's fake, but it looks real.
Yeah.
And
He should have done it for real.
It sends a message. It's,
Violence against
That's-
women is
that's the most
always
important
funny to
thing.
the patriarchy.
Yep. And played right during the Super Bowl too. That was
Yeah.
the best part.
yeah.
and also at our church, our storefront church in Chicago.
Made by Focus on the Family, and this is part of the series.
Teaser,
Made by Focus on the Family. When they were going through financial hardships and they had to lay off most of their staff, they spent over $2 million on this commercial instead of actually helping the people that actually work
That's
for
what's
them.
important. Yeah.
So yeah.
Hashtag he
Yes.
gets us.
$300 million. Could you imagine what that could have done to besides those shitty? When that played during the Super Bowl when I was with people, every single person rolled their eyes.
Oh yeah.
Every single
Even the
person.
Christians?
And this was, I don't know.
Applauding.
It was the weirdest thing.
I don't know. It
Yeah.
made me want to go back to church because
Just, he gets you. He gets you. Yeah.
Made me want to tackle my mom, but other than hey, different.
You wanted
Yeah,
to do that anyway.
listen to Chaz's episode on child probation. That was one of them that I actually cried a little.
Oh, thank God, don't.
And Chris
Yeah.
is coming on soon, so.
Oh,
Hey,
man. Yeah,
anytime I can have
there's gonna be
therapy and make my therapist cry, I win therapy.
Ah, yeah. That's how you get an A in therapy.
All right. You got an A from me.
And that's the best.
All right, sorry to drag on
tonight. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Well,
Gold stars.
Gold stars for everyone.
Yeah.
We'll drop everything in the show notes. Thank you so much for a great episode, and be sure to check out all the podcasts that are linked in the show notes. And if you want, email me or Scott like your social media handles if you want to add those too.
Awesome.
Because I don't think I have those handy, but I'll make sure to get them.
Chaz will. I don't do it. I try to stay
low key.
I hear you. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you all. I'm going to hit the big red button and we'll sign off.
All right.
Thank you so
fellas. Have a good night.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Let's Talk About Text with Blake and Scott. That's me. If you're interested in coming on to talk about a book that you've really loved or that you're reading right now, let us know. Reach out to us at talkabouttextpod@gmail.com. Hope to hear from you, and we'll see you next week.